Is now the right time to buy or sell? Ask any agent. They'll say yes in any economy and any situation. Stick around to find out what you really need to ask yourself to answer the question for your personal situation. Hi, I'm Dave Wilkerson with eXp Realty. And like I said, we're going to discuss, is it a good time to sell or buy? Why a realtor's answer is only one of the things you need to consider, and what questions you need to ask yourself to really dive deep into your finances and your certain situation in life to understand if it's a good time to buy or sell. Everybody's situation is different. There is no blanket answer to that question. Unless you're an agent, then we always say yes, and we figure out why. I'm just kidding. All right, so what's the first thing to ask? Why do I want this move to happen? Are you moving up because you're having a baby? Did you get a promotion and you want more space? Basically, you can boil this question down to, what are my pain points of staying where I'm at? Are you living in your mom and dad's basement? Do you have roommates and you want to move on from that? Have you lost a loved one and you want to downsize? There's so many different reasons why you want to move, but that's always the most important question to ask in any decision in your life is the why. Once you boil that down to a good answer, make sure you remember that and communicate that with the people that you're asking to give you their advice on. Another great question is, how long do you plan to stay in your next home? Whether it be your first home, upsizing or downsizing, how long do you plan to stay there? That's a very important number to know when we give advice as far as if it's a good idea or not. If you're going to transfer every 3 years, like a lot of military guys, it's really tough to justify buying a home in every base that you stay at. Even in an appreciating market, it takes about 3 years to break even on that purchase because of the cost of closing, moving, and all those other things. So maybe it's a better idea to rent. I have told clients before, I'm like, it's not a good idea to buy. I can't help you with it because all you're doing is hurting yourself. And if it hurts my pocketbook, so be it. I always put people over profits, and sometimes you just have to give them the hard advice and just say, no, it's not a good idea. Right now is just not the time for you when looking at the numbers in your life. So how long you're going to stay there is important. If you're going to stay somewhere 10 years, you have a longer time to break even on the cost of the transaction and to benefit from the appreciation. The next question is, what are the numbers behind your move? So what are the current interest rates? Right now, money is virtually free. So it's a great time to buy that dream home or move up, or even your first home, because the money is cheap. If you're going to stay somewhere a long time, the equity going up and down is not going to be important because you're borrowing it so cheap. You can stay somewhere 10, 15 years, you're going to be fine. How about your down payment? Where are you at with the down payment? Have you practiced your monthly payment if you were to purchase this home for the last 6 months to see if it's feasible for you? That's usually a great exercise I have first-time home buyers go through, saying, all right, great, you say you can afford a $300,000 house. Here's all the monthly expenses, your principal, interest, taxes, homeowners insurance, and maintenance. Practice that for a few months. If you can't handle that, then keep practicing until you can. Go get a side hustle or reduce your expectations on what you're going to be purchasing. Also, the equity in your existing home. If you're planning on selling a home and moving up, what are you going to be able to take away from the sale of the home? A lot of people just see the simple gap of, this is what I owe, this is what I sell it for. Selling a home isn't free. Whether you use a realtor or not, there's going to be costs. So find out what your net takeaway is. We provide that for our clients just so they kind of have a good idea of what they're going to come away with at different price points. So those are the big things. So why, how long, what are the numbers behind the transaction, so you know exactly what you're getting into and there's no surprises. If you want to have that conversation with me or one of my agents, please reach out to me. If there's any other topics that you'd like me to discuss, as always, send me a message. I'm Dave Wilkerson with eXp Realty. Have a great day.